This Old Testament scripture reading is taken from Psalm 10. Why do you stand so far away, Lord, hiding yourself in troubling times? Meanwhile, the wicked are proudly in hot pursuit of those who suffer. Let them get caught in the same schemes they thought of. The wicked brag about their body's cravings. The greedy reject the Lord, cursing. At the peak of their wrath, the wicked don't seek God. There's no God. That's what they are always thinking. Their ways are always twisted. Your rules are too lofty for them. They snort at all their foes. They think to themselves, you'll never stumble, we'll never encounter any resistance. Their mouths are filled with curses, dishonesty, violence under their tongue lie. Troublemaking and wrongdoing. They wait in a place perfect for ambush from their hiding places. They kill innocent people. Their eyes spot those who are helpless. They lie in ambush in secret places like a lion in its lair. They lie in ambush so they can seize those who suffer. They seize the poor all right, dragging them off their nets. Their helpless victims are crushed. They collapse, falling prey to the strength of the wicked. The wicked think to themselves, God has forgotten. God has hidden his face. God never sees anything. Get up, Lord. Get your fists ready, God. Don't forget the ones who suffer. Why do the wicked reject God? Why do they think to themselves that you won't find out? But you do see. You do see troublemaking and grief, and you do something about it. The helpless leave it all to you. You are the orphan's helper. Break the arms of those who are wicked and evil. Seek out the wickedness until there's no more to find. The Lord rules forever and always. The nations will vanish from his land. Lord, you listen to the desires of those who suffer. You steady their hearts. You listen closely to them to establish justice for the orphan and the oppressed, so that people of the land will never again be terrified.
All right. That was, I think there are many names that we could call that text as we think about the violence in it. God, break their arms, that kind of thing. So this morning, I'm inviting us to ponder, to examine lament and abiding joy. Both and. So in this text, there's nothing new under the sun here, is there, in that? Cindy and I were texting during the week. Civilization has been in that place before, many times throughout history. And honestly, that text, when we read it, it looks as if it could have been written yesterday, with everything that's going on in our nation and in our country. So many people have and continue to suffer at the hands of those who are power hungry, greedy, and have no compassion for others who do not think like them or look exactly like them. Throughout time, there are lots of examples from people who went before us, who both lamented and claimed hope and steadfastness in God. For example, our early Anabaptist forebears when they were in prison. So when I was in seminary, I wrote a paper about some of our Anabaptist forebears, and I don't remember exactly the name of the woman, but she was in prison, and she would go to the window and sing sing while she was in prison awaiting death to encourage her community that gathered around the prison. Can you imagine? She was lamenting, obviously, she had a family, but she was also abiding in joy. In our text, the psalmist honestly and with a lot of feeling names all the horrors that are going on around him. And he also names what he thinks God should do about them. And at the end, if you notice, he claims the hope that God will act. Lament is grounded in hope, in the hope that only God can bring. Now that's entirely different than lamenting with no hope. Lamenting with no hope quickly leads us down the deep hole of despair. There is nothing to hope for. I don't want us to just breeze right by lament quickly to get to hope. That's not the purpose. Lament is important. We need to get it out, to express our anger, our fear, our anxieties, whatever it is we're feeling, to get it out in a safe space to God. God can take whatever we give, right? Is it possible to have abiding joy while we're in the midst of suffering, either ourselves personally, our families, our country, our nation, our world? Is it possible? Let's talk a little bit about that. But first of all, I think it's important to think about what joy is and what it's not. Joy does not mean happy. Like happy, giddy, everything's fine. I'm going to close my eyes to whatever's going on out there and I'm just going to be happy. That's not it. So I turned to AI. I don't usually, but I thought, let me just see what AI says. This is what AI summarized about joy, and I'm quoting. The true meaning of joy is a deep inner state of profound delight, more lasting and internal than fleeting happiness, stemming from purpose, authentic living, meaningful connections, and aligning actions with core values, often found even amidst suffering. That was from AI. Deeply connected to spiritual fulfillment, not just external good fortune. It's a holistic experience involving thoughts, feelings, and actions, representing delight in what truly matters, whether through spiritual faith or profound human experience. That was the definition. Pretty comprehensive. So I think, as I have experienced in my own life and in thinking through lament and joy, I think this inner state of joy begins with hope. Hope, which gives our lives purpose. God is still at work in this world. I suspect you've heard me say that before. God is still at work in this world. And in the end, love will win. We have God's promise, as we heard in Isaiah, of a new thing that God is doing, and God doesn't work alone. God invites us to work alongside, to join in. In my prayer app this morning, I noticed some words from a chant from the Benedictine monks in Scotland. And these words were this. They're from Isaiah 49. I have chosen you, out of the world, so that you might go out and bear fruit, fruit that will last. And that was in response to the words in Isaiah, to God's words to Isaiah, I give you as a light to the nations. So we are called. Yes? We are called, God calls us to live with an abiding joy so that we are able, despite circumstances, to join in God's work in the world. Now, this is not easy. Some days we might have to crawl back in bed and say, you know what? It's too much. I can't look at the news one more time. I can't listen. I need to turn to God. Or I just need to take a nap. Or I need to go for a walk, call a friend. Whatever it is we do. But I would hope and I would challenge us to enter at some point, be on that trajectory toward living in abiding joy despite what is going on in the world. If we are full of despair and anger, how will God get through to us to ask us to join God? Will our motivations be in the right place? I've got plenty of things I'd like to say to plenty of people. Do you? But guess what? A smile works pretty good. A smile is disarming. What is it that we need in order to grow or foster that attitude of abiding joy while things around us are in chaos often? What is there that we need so that we can keep going, keep saying, yes, God, I'm here. I'll join you in your work. And in finding those moments of kindness and joy, what do we need? Again, either personally for yourselves, corporately as a group here. It is always my hope that whatever happens here on Sunday, the Spirit will use to challenge you, even when you don't want to be challenged, will bring you joy and peace and a desire to just keep going one step at a time, keep looking for those spaces where God is at work. Keep developing our open posture like, yes, I'm here. Listening to God's call. Yeah. So I would encourage you to spend some time thinking about the things that we have talked about this morning. That sense of lament and joy, abiding joy, both and. May it be so.